Hello and welcome everybody, it's me Nada from Egypt, and today I'm going to explain different types of trypanosoma, their diagnostic features, their treatment methods, and at the end we will have some review questions. So now follow along and pay attention please, and let's focus on the lesson, okay? Pay attention. Okay, so before I start talking about trypanosoma, as you can see here, there's some small brief introductions that I would like to talk about. Trypanosoma is actually a parasite. So a parasite means I'm going to talk about parasitology, and we classify parasites into three different main categories. First, before I start talking about parasites, what is a parasite? A parasite is a living organism that lives on another organism, but it benefits while harming the host or the other organisms that it lives on. So simply, the parasite is like an organism that lives over or inside a host, but the host is actually feeling sad and is unhappy, but the parasite is feeling really good about it. So that's why it's called parasitism. Means a relation where one part of the two organisms is one organism is being harmed and the other is being benefited. Okay, so we have three main categories of parasites. The first category is protozoa, the second class is helminths, and the third one is ectoparasites. Protozoa and helminths, they both live inside the organism, while ectoparasites live over or outside the organism, like outside it, like lice, for instance. This is an example. Okay, so helminths are actually multicellular, while protozoa are unicellular, and this is what we care about today: protozoa, because trypanosoma actually is classified or is a subclass of protozoa. So as we can see here, protozoa are unicellular unicellular organisms. They are classified into four main groups. The first group is called amoeba, the second group is called flagellates, and the third ciliates, the fourth sporozoa. Okay, as we can suggest, amoeba means it has different pseudopodia or to move with, so it moves via pseudopodia. Flagellates, the name actually also suggests us that it may have flagellates, and that it sure has flagellates, so it moves with flagellates and flagella, and ciliates has some cilia. Sporozoa doesn't move actually, so they are non-motile. So what we care about is flagellates, because trypanosoma is actually a flagellated organism. So here, trypanosoma is a flagellated organism, means flagellated parasite. The definitive form or the definitive host of it is arthropods, means insects, and we will see different types of insects later right now, while the mammals are intermediate form. So we humans are actually not the definitive form of it, instead we are the intermediate form. Okay, what about the infective form of trypanosoma? Infective form means what is an evolutionary stage of the trypanosoma that causes infection. It is metacyclic trypomastigote. This is a name that we should keep in mind. Metacyclic trypomastigote is the infective form of trypanosoma, and we will know this later right now. Actually, it comes from the saliva of the vector or saliva of the insect that is biting an organism, we will see later. So here we have different forms of trypanosoma, actually evolutionary forms. Trypanosoma has different stages, just like a child when he his infant becomes a baby and teenager, and so the same way trypanosoma has different forms or different stages of life. So it has four mini stages actually. Two stages are inside the vector, means inside the insect, we can say. These are called promastigote and epimastigote. These are inside the insect, as we can see here, epimastigote and promastigote. So these two stages are never seen in mammals or in humans. Okay, so what do we see in humans or in mammals or whatever? We see a mastigote and trypomastigote, as we can see here. So a mastigote inside the cells in the mammalian host, and trypomastigotes are extracellular forms of the trypanosoma, but it is found in blood, as I said, it is extracellular, so it's found in the bloodstream and like the body fluids and so. So here, again, this is important, a mastigote and trypomastigote. These are the important ones because they are in the mammalian host or the humans, as we can see. Trypomastigotes are actually found in the bloodstream, like the free form of the parasite, which is trypomastigote. It lives in the bloodstream, and mastigotes are living inside the body, inside the cells. Okay, so trypomastigotes blood, mastigotes inside the cells. And the other two forms, we don't see them in humans. So promastigote, epimastigote, we don't see them in humans. Okay, so now like come to the main points of our class today. Human pathogenic trypanosoma. Trypanosoma, as I said, this is a flagellated parasite. It causes pathogens, like it causes a disease. What are the diseases that it causes? Like we have two main categories of diseases that it causes. Like one called African Trypanosoma and the other called American Trypanosoma. Okay, African Trypanosoma, actually it has also another name, we can say, or not name, like classify it as Salvaria, because salivaria actually comes from the saliva. So saliva means that when the insect bites a person, actually it passes its saliva, and this is where the trypomastigote or the infective form of the insect comes to a person. So it comes from the saliva indeed. And stercoria means it is the same, like yes, the insect bites a person, but here the infective form comes actually from the feces of the organism. Okay, so here stercoria is an American one, the American Trypanosoma, and salivaria is the African one. Okay, so here, as I said, we have two different forms of Trypanosoma. One is called American one, the other is called African. African one is actually subclassified into two subclasses, like Trypanosoma Brucei Gambiense and Trypanosoma Brucei Rhodisense. Okay, American Trypanosoma is actually a nice one. It's not classified into any other things, it's just American Trypanosoma. Also it has another name called Trypanosoma cruzi. Okay, African Trypanosoma, as I said, it has two different classes. American Trypanosoma, just one class. American Trypanosoma causes a disease called Chagas disease, and we will see different information about it later. Okay, so let me say, why did I put like these stickers here? Here, as you can see here, this is an African girl, and African people usually they're like huge, or like, how can I say, like strong, like they have strong bodies. So just because they are strong, it reminds you of Bruce Lee, the Chinese person, like the strong Chinese Bruce Lee. So Bruce Lee, strong, like African people. Bruce Lee comes, like, it reminds us of Trypanosoma brucei. Trypanosoma brucei, like Bruce Lee, strong, African. Okay, African people, strong, just like Bruce Lee, Brucei. So African Trypanosoma is Brucei. So African Brucei Gambiense and Trypanosoma Brucei Gambiense, Trypanosoma Brucei Rhodisense. Okay, while American Trypanosoma, who is this? As you can see, this is Tom Cruise. So Tom Cruise is actually American. So American Trypanosoma is like Tom Cruise. So Trypanosoma cruzi. Trypanosoma cruzi, and the reason I've brought like Tom Cruise is, we will see it later. Actually, we will use Tom Cruise today a lot. So as you can see here, Tom Cruise causes, like, it doesn't cause it, but we will just save it right now, like in our minds this way. So Tom Cruise, Trypanosoma cruzi, American. Okay, so for now, number one, African Trypanosoma, as I said, two different types, Rhodisense and Gambiense. So for now, Trypanosoma brucei Gambiense, it is like a parasite that causes West African sleeping sickness. West African sleeping sickness is actually a dangerous disease that, if not treated, can lead to death. Okay, so what is like the causative or arthropod for it? The causative arthropod, or the way that we can get like the infection, is from an insect called Culicina palpalis or tissy fly. So these two flies or these two insects are the vector of the disease indeed. Like they come and they bite a person, this person may be infected, so they will go and bite another person, and this way they will like spread the infection between different people. Okay, so what are the symptoms of Trypanosoma Brucei Gambiense? We have actually different symptoms and different like marks of the disease. One of them is chancre. Chancre, as you can see here in the picture, I don't know if you can see it well or not. It's just like a wound, like burned wound, but it is not actually burned. So it is just like the landmark after the bite of the insect. It turns into something called chancre. So chancre number one, mark number one of the disease. Also, we have lymphadenopathy. Lymphadenopathy is like the enlargement of the lymph nodes, something known as Winterbottom sign. Winterbottom sign is the enlargement of lymph nodes in the neck. So in the neck or the upper back region, this is called lymphadenopathy, and a specific name for it is called Winterbottom sign, specific to Trypanosoma Brucei Gambiense. Okay, we also have different symptoms like fever, headache, back, abdominal pain, and joint pain, rashes, anemia, and possible tachycardia too. Okay, so these are the first stages of the disease. So later, when the disease actually starts to progress or become like in a dangerous stage, it starts to get involved with the CNS. So the CNS is involved, central nervous system is involved, and it causes meningoencephalitis and meningomyelitis, eventually leading to sleeping sickness. Meningomyelitis, like meningo means the meninges layer of the brain, and myelitis means the spinal cord infection too. So, and itis actually means infection. So we have like an infection of the brain layers and the spinal cord, and meningoencephalitis means the infection of the brain and the brain tissue and the meninges related to it. Okay. So eventually, as we can see, why do we have sleeping sickness? It is because like we have like the brain is actually infected. So when the brain is infected, for sure we will have like sleeping issues and so. Okay, like saying that our brain is not actually functioning like as it is supposed to be. So because the brain is infected, we will have like disorders in sleeping and so. And it is worth mentioning that sleeping is not actually like a coma, that the person will sleep and they will not ever wake up or so. No, he may have disorder or like intermittent sleep at night, but like he can't sleep well at night, but he may all of a sudden just sleeps in the morning, in the daytime. So as I said, it's like a problem with sleep, like different times, like we can say even not regular times for sleep. He can sleep in the daytime, but maybe cannot sleep at night. So it is a problem with sleep. Okay, and that's why the disease is called West African sleeping sickness. Despite sleeping is not the first symptom of the disease, it is a late symptom of the disease or advanced stage of the disease, yet the disease is called West African sleeping sickness. Okay, so diagnostic methods for the Trypanosoma Brucei Gambiense are easy. We have a culture medium called Weinmann medium, and it's important to know the names of the medium. So Weinmann medium is a diagnostic culture medium for Trypanosoma Brucei Gambiense. Also, we can take blood samples, cerebrospinal fluid sample, also to lymph samples, and stain them all with Gamse stain, and we can see the parasite under microscopy, like we can see here. So diagnostic methods: Weinmann medium, important to know the name, and blood and cerebrospinal fluid and lymph are all stained with Gamse stain, and we can see them under the microscope. So what about the treatment? Treatment methods are like two stages actually. Like we divide the treatment, it depends on the stages of the disease, like how advanced is the disease is. Like the first stage is we use pentamidine and suramine. So first stage, pentamidine, suramine. First stage, pentamidine, suramine. Second stage or advanced stage, we use larsuprol and eflornithine. These are for advanced stage. Okay, and keep this treatment in mind, because we're going to use it for the second type of African Trypanosoma, which is Trypanosoma Brucei Rhodisense. So now come to the second type. Second type is very similar to the first type, which is like Trypanosoma Brucei Gambiense. So Trypanosoma Brucei Rhodisense is actually very similar to the Gambiense one, but Trypanosoma Brucei Rhodisense causes East African sleeping sickness, while, as we saw earlier, Trypanosoma Brucei Gambiense causes West African sleeping sickness. Like so, Gambiense West and Rhodisense East. Okay, but there's something worth mentioning here, that the Trypanosoma Brucei Rhodisense is actually more severe. So if not treated urgently, it can lead to death, like within months or weeks. So Trypanosoma Brucei Rhodisense is actually more dangerous and more severe. That's why sleeping is actually rarely seen in this stage or in this disease, because already the patient dies early, so we won't have the time to notice or see the late stage of the disease, like sleeping. Okay, because as I told you, sleeping is a late stage of the disease or advanced stage of the disease, and because Trypanosoma Brucei Rhodisense is actually very severe, we don't have the chance or the time to see different symptoms or late stages of the disease. For Trypanosoma Brucei Rhodisense, the diagnosis and treatment methods are nearly the same. For Trypanosoma Brucei Gambiense, the ones we saw here, like diagnosis, Weinman medium, blood, CSF, lymph, game sustain. Treatment, pentamidine, suramine for the first stage, melarsoprol, eflornithine for advanced stage. Okay, so that was for the African Trypanosoma, two types, Brucei Gambiense and Brucei Rhodisense. Now we came to our last part, which is Trypanosoma cruzi. And as I told you, the reason I put Tom Cruise here, because it will remind us Trypanosoma cruzi is an American trypanosoma, and Tom Cruise is an American actor, so Trypanosoma cruzi, Trypanosoma American, okay? American trypanosoma. The insect that causes Trypanosoma cruzi is like Tritomas. It has actually different names, like this insect, guys, loves different names, so it has different names like Tritomas, kissing bug, and ridovoid bug. Also, you know, Tom Cruise is like an actor and mostly in romantic movies, so Tom Cruise is a romantic guy. This romantic guy causes us or leads us to Trypanosoma cruzi. Trypanosoma cruzi comes from the kissing bug. So Tom Cruise kisses someone, kissing bug causes Trypanosoma cruzi, and we will see later different signs of romanticism like Rumana sign. So the one sign of the disease is called Rumana sign, which is a swollen lymphatic channels in the eye, actually blocked lymphatic channels. Like first we see something called chagoma, called eyelid swelling. So as you can see here, the eyelid of a person starts to get swollen, and later the lymphatic channels and lacrimal glands of the eye will actually get blocked, and when they get blocked, we'll see something called as oculoglandular complex, leading to Rumana sign. And it also causes something called Chagas disease. Chagas disease actually is called also American trypanosomiasis, which is like the infection with American trypanosoma. So American trypanosomiasis is Chagas disease. Chagas disease features different characteristics like chagoma, eyelid swelling, and Rumana sign, which is like blocked lymphatic channels and lacrimal glands, leading to oculoglandular complex. As we can see here, the eye, first we have chagoma, the eyelid is just swollen, and now not just the eyelid, like the entire eye is in a mess right now. Okay, this is called Rumana sign. So we also have fever, headache, rash, like nausea and vomiting, and hepatosplenomegaly. Hepato means like liver, spleen means spleen, megaly means like enlargement. So we have enlargement of the spleen and the liver. Also we have megaesophagus, like here, Trypanosoma cruzi, we have everything is enlarged, like the eye is enlarged, also hepatosplenomegaly, like the liver and the spleen, megaesophagus, like the esophagus, and megacolon means the colon is enlarged. Okay, also because as I told you, Tom Cruise is like a romantic guy, so this romantic guy also affects the heart, causes tachycardia and heart failure if the heart is involved. And if the heart is involved, which type of like the stage of the trypanosoma we will find? As I told you before, a mastigote, because a mastigote is found in the cells. Here, if you remember, like here, as I told you, a mastigotes are found in the cells. So if the heart is involved, we will find the trypanosoma is in the stage of a mastigote, or in the mastigote form. if it is in the bloodstream, it will be trypomastogoid form. So here, Trypanosoma cruzi, if the heart is involved, the parasite will be in the mastogoid form. Okay, okay, good. So, what about the diagnostic features of Trypanosoma cruzi? Trypanosoma cruzi, American one. So here, as you can see, NNN medium, 3NN medium. The names actually could also suggest like American names, like Novi, Mac, Neil, Nicole, and so American names. NNN medium, Trypanosoma cruzi. And we can also use blood sample and cerebrospinal fluid samples and lymph nodes, also all of them stained with Giemsa stain, and we can see them under the microscope. So, NNN 3N medium, and blood and cerebrospinal fluid samples and so. Okay, what about the treatment? Treatment is also two stages, or not two stages, two different forms. The first form is for the forms of the trypomastogoid-like form of the parasite. So as I told you, the parasite can be existent in the body in two different forms. First, trypomastogoid, which is the bloodstream form. For the bloodstream form, if the parasite is existent in the bloodstream, we will use primaquine. So primaquine for the blood form, and amastigoid for the tissue form, or if it is found in the cells. Okay, we will use nifortumix. So nifortumix for the tissue form, primaquine for trypomastogoid. And also it is worth mentioning that we should control the vector. Like if we could control the insect or annihilate the insect, like it means that we're not going to have the disease. So if we control the like the Triatoma insect, also called as kissing bug or rhidovoid bug, means we're going to annihilate or at least decrease or reduce the incidence of the Trypanosoma cruzi. So again, Trypanosoma cruzi, a romantic guy, Tom Cruise, comes from America. So American Trypanosoma causes American trypanosomiasis, means Chagas disease. Has different signs like chagoma. Chagoma means eyelid swelling. Also, after the eyelid gets swollen, we will have Romana sign. Also, the lymphatic channels will be blocked, so the entire eye will be in a mess. Okay, we'll have megaesophagus and megacolon, and heart failure sometimes is also seen. Okay, here is actually a picture our doctor in the university put it in our slide. So I think also it is easy to make us remember all the different stages or different characteristics of Trypanosoma cruzi. Here, Trypanosoma cruzi, this is Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise has Trypanosoma cruzi, so it comes from kissing bug. The kissing bug actually bites him first, then after it bites him, we have Trypanosoma cruzi parasite. The parasite gets involved in the blood. What does it cause? It causes chagoma, eyelid swelling. That's why he wears a glass. That's why he wears glasses, and he also has Romana sign. So as you can see, chagoma and Romana sign makes his eye a total mess. That's why he ends up wearing glasses. Okay, he has cardiac arrhythmias because, as I told you, the kissing bug makes his heart beat, causing tachycardia and heart failure. Sometimes gets involved. We also have megacolon and megaesophagus, as I told you. We have also Chagas disease. Okay, I think by just looking at this picture, it's actually a wonderful picture. It reminds us of all the important main ideas of the disease. So now I finished the main points of the entire lecture. Now we're going to end up by some review questions. Here, a question is saying, a 35-year-old male traveler returns from a trip to sub-Saharan Africa, like mostly Trypanosoma brucei, either Gambiense or Rhodisense. Okay, we will see. A few weeks later, he develops intermittent fever. Intermittent means like it comes and goes. Okay, headache, joint pain, and over time he experiences extreme fatigue and confusion. He has developed excessive daytime sleepiness, like we already reached the stage of sleep, which is like an advanced stage of the like involvement of the central nervous system. Which one? Like mostly Gambiense, because I told you Rhodisense we can't have the time to see different later advanced stages of the disease, because already it's like the parasite kills a person early. So I think it is easy right now. We don't have to read more, but anyway, examination reveals enlarged lymph nodes, so lymphadenopathy, which is winter bottom sign. A blood smear shows motile protozoa, means flagellated protozoa, which is trypanosoma. All features of Trypanosoma Brucei Gambiense indeed. So here, what is the most likely causative organism? Trypanosoma Brucei and Gambiense, if he wants any more details. Okay, so our second question is saying, a 10-year-old boy from rural South America presents with fever, malaise, means like fatigue, swelling of his right eyelid swelling, means chagoma, Chagas disease, means Trypanosoma cruzi. Okay. The boy later develops cardiac arrhythmias, and his colon has a large megacolon, also Trypanosoma cruzi. A blood smear is done and is presented in the adjacent figure. We can't see the figure, but anyway, I think it is clear. What is the most likely mode of transmission of the infection? It's Trypanosoma cruzi. So the most likely causing insect is rhidovoid bug, also known as kissing bug, also known as tritoma bug. As you can see here, as I told you, it has different names: tritoma, kissing bug, and rhidovoid bug. So rhidovoid bug feces, because this is stercoria, as I told you before. American Trypanosoma is stercoria, means the insect bites us, but we get the infection from the feces, if like transmitted to us by any means. Okay, which species of Trypanosoma causes Chagas disease? Trypanosoma cruzi, and easy. Okay, what is the vector of Chagas disease? Trypanosoma cruzi, kissing bug, tritoma, and rhidovoid bug, different names. Okay, last question. When Trypanosoma brucei infection progresses, which system does it affect? Like Trypanosoma brucei, when it progresses, it causes sleep. So sleep means the central nervous system is actually involved, means nervous system. So now I finished my class today. I hope it is easy and clear. So see you in the next video. Goodbye.